Hi everyone, I have recently found out about some interesting discovery from the Bible. It's about the end day, the day when Jesus Christ will come on the clouds. Um, there's a lot of symbolism in the Bible, also as I was mentioning in previous videos through numerology about different dates, different events from the Bible. This numerology, the numbers repeated over and over again, have a symbolism which leads to somewhere, to something to be found. I believe that God has left these numbers by the hand of His people in the books of the Bible later on to become the Bible, with the purpose of us in the later days to find out about this information precious to us, living so close to the end. Why is it for us and not for the people before us? Take for example the book of Daniel. Daniel have seen lots of visions. Most of them were translated by an angel, by God, to him in order to decipherate the whole events which will happen. But somewhere at the end, he has seen some visions which trouble him a lot, and he asks, "What is the meaning of those? What is the translation thereof?" But the angel says to him, these events are not for your time, are for the time of the end, and are not concerning you. So just shut up the book, don't write them, don't translate them. These are not for you to know. It's for another generation, for the generation of the end. As I have mentioned before, we'll talk about the day of the end. The year is 7,000, as I have mentioned in previous videos. 7,000 years is the time of the earth. I have even so calculated the year we are in, 6,827. Hopefully I'm not mistaken, so there is not so much left. We might get a precise number if I'm following. But the day, the day and the month of this happening, very precise, the Bible gives to us. Having a small conversation with some people close to me, we together have managed to see, to decipher with some lighting from God above this sentence from the Bible which I'm about to give to you. We're here to talk about the one main important holiday, and it's the holiday of the tabernacles given to Moses after he and the people of Israel got out of Egypt. It says in the book of Levitic, chapter 23, verse 33, 34, 35 and 36. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the feast of tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no civil work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you." Number 8 right here and number 7. In the 7th month, God has decided that this this fast, this holiday should happen. But after you keep the holiday 7 days, the 8th day you shall keep a holy congregation. It's the same as the law of circumscription, the male circumscription in ancient times and Moses times. Why do you have to circumscribe your male children at in the 8th day of after his being birth? It's also symbolism of the 8,000 year. The book of Enoch mentioned that there will be 7,000 years allocated for this earth, and the 8,000 will be but will not be counted because it's not of this earth. The book of Revelation confirms that at the end of the world, after Jesus will come on the clouds, the evil people will be ravished, and the saint ones will be gathered, collected up to the heaven, and they will rule for 1,000 years together with Jesus and God in heaven. After the 1,000 years, they're gonna come down on the earth, and it's gonna be a new earth, and the new Jerusalem, the city, is gonna come down from the clouds and settle down on the new earth. Now, once again, 7,000 years on the earth. The 8 will be the 1,000 years in heaven. The 3,000 years when Satan is gonna be bound on the earth, and the saint ones are going to be up in heaven. This is the meaning of number 7 and number 8. 7 months is the 7,000 years of the earth, and the 8th day, which is the 8,000 years, you have to keep a holy congregation. You have to sing, you have to pray. It's exactly the liberation, well deserved for the saints, which will be up in heaven together with Jesus and God. Another interesting thing, the Feast of Tabernacle, the holy day of Tabernacle, which is 7 days. The eighth day is being mentioned as the great day. There is no other holiday being mentioned in the Bible as being the great day, the big day. What does it mean? Why does not any other ancient holiday is not being mentioned as the great day? It's because it's referring to the great day when Jesus is gonna come on the clouds. It's the only one, and it's referring to the 8th day when you're gonna have a holy assembly. Another interesting text in 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 8-9. Also the same time Solomon kept the fast 7 days, and all the Israel with him, a very great congregation, from the entering in the Hamat unto the river of Egypt. And in the 8th day made a solemn assembly, for they kept the dedication of the altar 7 days, and the fast 7 days. So we have the interpretation of the month, which is the 7th month of the year, but it's not month of July, our modern world. It's the ancient 7th month of the year, which the year should have started somewhere around March, April, around that period. The year would start with the spring, which makes sense when the grass pops up, when the flowers bloom. And the 7th month of the year would have been somewhere around September, when September, when the crops are being gathered from the field, because the holiday, the Feast of Tabernacles, one of its criteria is the symbolism of gathering the fruits, gathering the fruits, the vegetables from the field. It's also with the symbolism of Jesus being mentioned in the book of Revelation, coming with the sharp sickle, gathering the fruits of the earth. It has this secret symbolism being here, as the people of Israel were actually gathering first fruits of the field, of the trees. But the fruits are only being ripped and ready to be plucked out of the tree or of the field in August, at the end of the summer, beginning of September. The 7th month, that's when Jesus will going to come on the clouds. Now we have even an information about the day which is being mentioned in this holiday. Says in the 15th day, in the 15th day of the month. So it's about the half of the month. Similar to the death of Jesus in the mid of the 7,000 years, which is 3.5. There's a prophecy in the book of Daniel that the lamb will be slaughtered in the middle of the week. The week has 7 days. Middle of the week is 3.5. So Jesus Christ was sacrificed at the year 3500. He was born 33 years and a half earlier, before 3500, not what we are told modern days that the year is 4000, the year when Jesus Christ was born from Mary, not when he was crucified. So we have the seven month of the year. We have the day being mentioned in the Holy Day of Tabernacles, the 15. We only need which hour of the day, which is being mentioned in Zechariah, the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then shall the Lord go forth. Right here is being description, the coming up of Jesus and the events. And by verse number 7, you're going to find out what time of the day. Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations, as when he fought in the day of the battle. And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives, which is Jerusalem, which is before Jerusalem on the east. And the Mount of Olives shall clave into the midst thereof, toward the east and toward the west, and there shall be a very great valley. And half of the mountain shall remove toward the north, and half shall remove toward the south. And ye shall flee to the valley of the mountains, for the valley of the mountains shall reach unto Azal. Ye shall flee like ye flee from before the earthquake in the days of Uzziah the king of Judah. And the Lord my God shall come, and all the saints with thee. And it shall come to pass in that day that the light shall not be clear nor dark, but it shall be one day which shall be known by Lord, not day nor night. But it shall come to pass that at evening time it shall be light. Right here in the verse number 6 and 7, it's mentioning exactly which part of the day of the 7th month, which hour will Jesus come on the clouds. When Jesus Christ was crucified, the clouds, the sky was full of clouds. It was neither day nor night. Exactly the same will happen at the end. This happened at 12 o'clock midday till 3 o'clock, when Jesus Christ shouted on the cross and gave up the ghost when he died, basically. This gives us feedback, this gives us information about when Jesus Christ will come on the clouds. It's gonna be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when Jesus Christ actually died. The verse right here at the end, in verse number 7, says, but at the evening time it shall be light. After 3 o'clock till evening time it's gonna be light again, because this is the promise of the liberation. The light is gonna come after this few hours of destroying the wicked and gathering the saint ones up to heaven. I believe, if I'm correctly, that Jesus Christ was at 6 o'clock in the evening was taken down from the cross from a guy named Joseph of Arimathea, and being prepared and buried. So at evening time, which is 6 o'clock, there's gonna be light. All of this symbolism are hidden in numbers. All of the holidays which were being kept in the days of Moses and towards Jesus Christ, all of them have a numerology hidden in them with secret symbolism and messages. I forgot to mention the holiday of tabernacle, which is 7 days, and the day of holy fest, as I have mentioned. It's been, you have to hold them 15 of the month of number 7, the date of 15. But the date of 15 is not the date when Jesus is gonna come on the clouds. You have to calculate 8 days. So 15 plus 8 days give us number 23. So on the 23rd, on 23 of the month, 3 o'clock, that's the day and the hour and the month number 7, when Jesus will gonna come on the clouds. Something interesting about number 23, Jim Carrey has a movie called Number 23. It was being released on the year 2007. Nothing similar here, or could be. 7 is the number of God. Number 2007, I think it's with relation to the time of the end. And number 23, it's the day when Jesus is gonna come on the clouds. In the movie, who like to see it or who already saw it, if I remember correctly, he's going crazy. He's seeing number 23 over and over again everywhere, and he doesn't understand why. He's trying to figure out. He's going crazy. For the people who think and who have their basis on believing that the Bible mention that no one will know the day or the time when the end will come, when the Son of Man, when Jesus will gonna come on the clouds. This is a text from the Bible, from the New Testament. I believe Jesus it's foretelling to his disciples. But once again, his disciples were immediately living in that period of 3,500 years. The same as in the book of Daniel, in the time of Daniel, which is about 1,000 years before Jesus. He was not told the events, the dates of the end times. The same as his disciples, they were not told the events of the end, because were not for they to know, or for the people living in between these periods from 3,500 till 6,000. It's for us living the last 1,000 years. It's for us living the last 100 years towards the end of the world to know. And I believe that God had left these numbers in the Bible for us to decipher, for us to know that the time is near, the time is close, and there's not so much left, that we have to repent, that we have to search for Him, that we have to obey Him and keep His commandments. That's all He asks of us. So as a bottom line, from 7,000 years minus 6,827, we are left with 173 years. 170 years from now, the month number 7, which will be August, I believe so, the day of 23, 3 o'clock, midday, afternoon, Jesus will come on the clouds. Get ready, people.